care of global warming, or just to sum up like that?
I would like to add some more point. What happens actually in global warming? So many gases, carbon dioxide or methane or other gases which is responsible for global warming, is continuously emitted from different sources like vehicles or coal-based power plant, gas-based or oil-based power plants. These gases are actually envelops our Earth, and when sun rays comes, it has a higher frequency, and when it comes and touch Earth, Earth absorbs that heat, and when these gases are not there surrounding the Earth, then this thermal radiation, that means Earth absorbs the radiation from the Earth, it hits the temperature of Earth increased and it emits thermal energy, and when these gases will not be there, then it will go out from the Earth. But these gases envelops the Earth, and thermal radiations have a higher wavelength, and because of this thermal radiation is not able to cross the boundary of Earth, and that's why temperature is continuously increasing, and that's why we are seeing many unusual seasonal differences throughout the world.
And to add up what already my friends have already told, the effects of global warming we are realizing by way of various natural calamities like tsunami. There is eruption of volcanic mountains, eruption of lavas, and most commonly which we are seeing in our day-to-day life, it is the extreme climatic conditions which we are facing. For example, in Bombay, there were never rains in between, apart from the rainy season. We are finding rains in the month of January, in the month of December, which is very unusual on the part of the climate, the natural ecological climatic conditions, which gets a change, which gives rise to various common elements in our day-to-day life, in our public life, or in our ecological common elements have come up. Second thing, we are getting too much of rain in a particular places, too much of sunlight sometimes in a particular place, sometimes temperature goes up to 45-50 degrees centigrade in places where which was used to be called as a hill station. So it destroys the ecological balance of human life, human ecology and human surroundings. Now coming to the common way of solution, how we can control this global warming is, as already my friend has already said, this renewable source of energy, alternative source of energy, and that we can get it by repair, by maintaining, and also by reviewing the alternative source of energy. And to control this use of energy, this Kyoto Protocol in the year 1998, every country has to have a fixed amount of carbonic emission and everybody has to be in real veteran spirit, officially has to maintain that protocol, so that we can reduce the deviation to the natural condition, we can reduce the impact, the negative impact on the natural balancing pattern which protects our life.
I want to add up with what she said, Kyoto Protocol. I actually learned it in my FI BCom EVS subject. Kyoto Protocol is basically where all countries have managed to make a contract kind of legal procedure where they are limited a current amount of carbon emissions per year, and if they exceed that emission, they are taxed really high, and each country can trade their carbon emissions, so that if suppose India wants to emit a bit more carbon and Australia has a bit extra, so they can give us carbon and we can like keep a balance so that global warming is controlled. So basically environment is a bit protected with this as there is control, and that's it.
I would like to add one more point. Currently there is a discussion going out throughout the world to bring a global international convention. That convention will force every country not emit different gases which is responsible for global warming from certain limits, and USA and China has already signed it, and discussion is going on, and pressure is being India to sign it. But India is already producing a very less carbon dioxide. And if India will sign, then there is chances that industrialization of India will not take place. So much thought is going on. Let's see what happens.
Along with this, this is the what in country as a whole and world as a whole are doing. With that, we can individually also do something to the environment. But the thing is, what we can do? We can plant few trees. We can use solar energies. We can use natural gases. We can use gobar gas. I learned in school time science. But the thing is, these few things which you are thinking about, trees, where we plant trees. Because when we plant trees, then it requires some down soil, good soil to rise. The other thing is gobar gas. Gobar gas requires space where you can put not only gobar kind of thing, all the waste, and you put in whole tin type, we close it and it automatically creates a gas which we can use in the house. Third thing is solar. Now the solar is costlier at present. Our country is doing to reduce the cost. Still the costs are very high. Other natural gas.
So just to complement what he said, in a country like India, perhaps the best alternatives to petrol and diesel are primarily solar energy, specifically solar energy and natural gas. Unfortunately, I personally feel the government is not doing enough on its part to encourage, specifically keeping in mind our dispute with Reliance Industries with regards to natural gas pricing. We as a country, I think, have good amount of reserves for natural gas, and it can actually prove a very sustainable alternative to other means of fuels. As he rightly mentioned, solar energy investing infrastructure is prohibitively very, very high. So it is going to take some time to catch up on that.
And to add up also individual level, whatever my friend has already said, maybe in a metro area, particularly like in a place like Bombay, we may not be able to plant trees, but the tendency, if one particular tree is being cut, we as a member of the society, in the cooperative society, we have some soil areas. If you can take it up in a consensus or in a cooperative basis and in a particular farm basis involving every member of the society, yes, if we are cutting a particular tree, we will be planting 8 more trees in our society, which will be particularly maybe give us some beautiful flower cultivation or sometimes vegetable cultivation, and particularly in the balcony area, if you want, it's a very good way of relaxing yourselves doing your kitchen garden, doing any gardening. It's difficult in a place like Bombay, but in other places we can jolly well make it a point, just like planting our children, just like rearing our children or rearing the pets, we can rear and we can develop a habit of planting the trees. And I've seen personally, if you plant a tree, just clean those gamlas and put it, the amount or the volume, the size of the flowers will go up. It requires a personal touch. Be it anything, we can just relax ourselves, we can increase the ecological balance of the society, you can beautify our my particular building also, my particular flats also.
I would like to add some more sources of energy, which is clean sources of energy, like tidal energy. We have vast sea source, and we can utilize the tide which is coming on daily basis or in monthly variation is there. We can tap the potential of tide to convert it in energy. Also, wind farms are there in South India, and that needs to be strengthened and needs to be deployed in a proper way so that we can tap the potential of wind power. And also geothermal energy. As we go down below the earth, temperature increases, and many countries are doing research to tap the thermal energy of the earth, and the US has already set up some small plant, and our government should promote the research so that geothermal energy can be tapped. Another source can be a nuclear power plant that is also zero carbon emitter.
Okay, it's a good discussion, and our friends have added many points. Just to summarize, is that yes, there is a need of good amount of disciplines across the globe amongst various nations. The interesting thing is that the main reason of this global warming is the higher proportion of carbon dioxide amongst many other gases. Now, how to reduce these carbon dioxide gases? One of the possibilities is planting more forests, and that culture can come. Only one country cannot do. That culture can come if every nation takes their own responsibility. And also, one of our friends is suggesting that, like say, inculcation of that idea from the school. That is also one important thing. Then second, that see we are applying latest technology, and how we can utilize more eco-friendly technology for our benefit, for our survival on this globe. Two, the question is there. Then third, like say non-conventional energy resources like say windmill, solar energy, then geothermal, this new technologies, ideas and all those things also have to come up. So these are the things. By these things probably we can deliver to the to our responsibilities as human beings on this world.
That's it.
Thank you. Very nice. Very well. Any questions, friends?
Feel free to ask any question.
Yes.
Questions or criticism also?
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Criticism.
What they have missed, what they have not.
I have a question. It's regarding the global warming you all are saying now. But you see, recently the people are saying there are going to be more rain this time in India. If there's a global warming, then how come there's more rain going to happen?
Can I?
Okay.
So this is the one side they're saying global warming, don't cut the tree, there's less rains, less water, and now they're saying this year there's going to be more rain and lots of crops have already been started raining in south and somewhere in north sides. Lots of crops has been destroyed because of the unnatural rain. So if the rain is supposed to come, the rain is supposed to come in the time of the monsoon, why is come in the summer?
Yes.
So will you please explain why?
I am trying to answer this thing. See, if the climate happens naturally, so there is a balance. It goes without saying. Now, what is happening? The advanced countries, we are measuring the advanced countries how much electricity being consumed per capita, and we are finding that a country like USA, so far the advanced country, they are consuming more electricity. How come this electricity they are using? They are exploiting some natural resources. It is mostly hydrocarbon, natural hydrocarbon. Moment we use more hydrocarbon, and if right technology is not placed so far till date, more amount of carbon dioxide is being produced, and that is affecting the climate here and there. So the natural balance is affected. Now, as far as thermodynamics is concerned, just I am giving one technical thermodynamics, a simple example. Suppose we are using AC here. At what cost? The outside is getting more warm.
Yes.
So we are enjoying little more comfort at the expense of something. The warming is happening outside. So this is thermodynamics. If the temperature is increasing somewhere definitely it is decreasing. If somewhere rainfall is more, then somewhere rainfall is less. So that it is affecting. Now in the natural process, it's a very difficult subject. How the rain is being affected. There are multiple factors how the rain is affected. Unfortunately, at this moment, say as you are saying, that Bombay is affected by untimely raining here. So this is huge subject, but with the little knowledge I am sharing this thing just to have the idea.
With regards to one-season rains, as he rightly mentioned, this is normally caused by what they say is an El Nino effect, which is again a part of global warming. I am specifically talking in terms of the unseasoned rains, more rains or lesser rains. So it is because of El Nino effect, what they normally term it as.
Any other question? Then let's give them a big hand. Very nice. Since we have recorded, entire thing will be available also for the benefit of maybe concerned department, we'll send them. Okay? Thank you very much once again. Okay, now.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Karima.
Happy birthday to you.
Where is the cake now?
Yeah, it's still morning, so good morning, friends.
Good morning.
Yesterday we had a very useful discussion on what is ambition. That is a topic which was very hotly debated. Today we are going to do a technique, some theatre activities from a play called Julius Caesar, which starts with Julius Caesar. Now just to give you a background about those who are not familiar with the play. The setting is the city of Rome about 2000 years ago, and at that time the Roman Empire was ruled by a group of senators. Julius Caesar was one of them, and because he was becoming more and more powerful, some of other senators were very jealous. They were not very happy with him, and they hatched a plot and they murdered Julius Caesar. Now these days, whenever a crime is committed, the criminal runs away. But those were different times. So rather than absconding, the conspirators led by Brutus, they went to the main town square and started giving reasons to the citizens. Basically, Brutus had the best communicator, and the reasons that they gave basically was only one reason, that is that Julius Caesar was very ambitious. Mob psychology as it is, they just believed him. Now what he said is what we are going to read out. Theatre activities allow you to modulate your voice because you have to take adequate breath. You have to vary the pitch. This particular speech has to be spoken at a high pitch. So what we will do before every sentence, we will take a deep breath. It's on page 21. Romans, countrymen and lovers.
Romans, countrymen and lovers.
Hear me for my cause and be silent that you may hear.
Hear me for my cause and be silent that you may hear.
Believe me for mine honor and have respect to mine honor that you may believe.
Believe me for my honor and have respect to mine honor that you may believe.
Censure me in your wisdom and awake your senses that you may the better judge.
Censure me in your wisdom and awake your senses that you may the better judge.
If there be any in this assembly,
If there be any in this assembly,
any dear friend of Caesar,
any dear friend of Caesar,
to him I say, that Brutus's love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I love Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves? Than that Caesar were dead to live all free men. As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is tears for his love.